Oh no, he's frozen.
Oh no, he's waiting on camera. You're just loading in on our end. Just while you know, a little bit of mystery, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself while your camera's loading in?
Hello, everybody, players and audience. My name is Jason. I'm a dungeon master who gets lucky enough to get paid to do it occasionally. I live in Tauranga. I work with neurodiverse youth. So whatever quirky, crazy stuff you come up with, I have probably dealt with worse. That is not a challenge. I'm looking at you. Yeah.
So you.
Although I don't know if you want to know.
Your camera's not loading in. Was it loading in when you did your test?
Yep, it was on with my test. Let me try it again.
Are you currently running your camera through anything else other than this channel?
Nope, just the channel.
Okay.
Well, that's mysterious.
Yeah, that is mysterious.
I might just.
It is mysterious.
Maybe just drop out of the channel for a second and then come back in. Maybe even go back to Stage Wings and check if it's working over there. Jason is the man. Thank you, Jonesy. I'm looking forward to seeing Jason playing. Hey, wouldn't be a live show if we didn't have tech issues, right?
Well, exactly. This is how you know it's live.
It is mysterious.
Their BBEG has a lot more power than we give her credit for.
I'm just.
Maybe it was the mods.
I realize that we're eating into your time, but I'm just going to check in with the mods and see if any of them have any suggestions.
Yep, by all means. It was working in the Stage Wing chat, so I honestly have no idea why it's decided to be weird.
Can you go back to Stage Wing, see if it's working there, and then come back in here? If the thing is if you have no camera, there's not much we can do about it, but I'll just have one more try at fixing it before I log out.
Yes, the Elliot and Gabriel one, that was my nephews in the UK, so that's why it's in pounds.
That'd be why.
They were trying to help me out.
That's really nice.
Lovely of them.
Mm-hmm. I know one of the other mods was having camera issues when it came to swapping between the channels.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they fixed it.
No, it's all right.
Discord's kind of finicky sometimes.
This is the thing, right, is that we don't really technically have any control over technology. All we have control over is how we react when it goes wrong. So I'm just going to keep a smile on my face. Everybody seems to be having a good time. Penny, you could try and leave and rejoin potentially too. Unfortunately, I actually can't do that because as soon as I leave this chat, the stream also leaves the chat. So all I can do is turn my camera off to minimize myself, but I actually can't leave. Otherwise, you guys all leave as well. Yeah, which is no good. So
we can't need that.
Yeah, we do need to be able to stream.
Penny's camera is the lowermost Jenga block in a Jenga tower.
If you pull my camera out, then the stream stops being part of the conversation as well, and that's kind of the main reason that we're here. So Jason can close and reopen Discord. Yeah, that's a good. I think he's just over in the testing voice chat that we have right now. So I will just stay here for just a moment, everybody, just until we get our DM back in. How's everybody doing? You guys all took a lot of big hits in that one. Everybody okay?
Ow!
Oh, I'm at full health.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, some of us are fine.
Yeah, quite paradoxically, I started out the start of the battle immediately being down. I'm nearly at full health now. Great.
Yeah, fantastic.
I have 11 hit points.
I'm really happy to see.
Me too.
I'm really happy to see people taking advantage of the quick drink feat that we invented. Well, actually, I didn't invent it. It's something that a DM of mine basically came up with earlier. I don't think it's going to work this time either.
Mystery DM.
Bad Discord.
Yeah, this is just the way that it's going to be, I think. Jason, how do you
Discord
feel?
chaos.
Jason, could you go ahead and just what's the word? So this happened to me earlier, and it was because I was running the webcam through a different program, and the webcam can only stream out to one program at a time. Was it working when you went back to? Was it working when? Oh, wait, no, he's just gone.
No.
Was it working when you went back to the stage wing a minute ago? He's deafened and muted.
Spooky.
Was it working when you went back to stage wing a few minutes ago?
big bad.
He may be going through the good old-fashioned keyboard smash.
Yeah, maybe. Jason, are you able to hear me?
I'm in.
Jason, are you able to hear me? Can you respond?
Meanwhile,
what am I?
not so that you
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You can hear me now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
still can't see
I
me.
think we still can't see you. I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to you. You can go ahead and play with no camera, or you can go ahead and pass off to backup DM if you'd like. It's really up to you.
Look, I'm happy to be the strange disembodied voice. I really don't mind.
Well, I mean, it does
So
kind of fit with the Chaos Crew, doesn't
You
it?
guys are,
Yeah, we'll
are
work
weak.
with that.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe the camera will kick in like 5 minutes before my slot is finished. That's probably what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys to it. I've wasted enough of your next slot already. So, everybody, please welcome. Oh no. Everybody, please welcome Jason to the group. Jason, I will let you know that if your tech starts failing in and out, we will have no choice but to chuck a backup DM in. But go ahead and play for now, okay?
All right, sounds fantastic.
Cool, I'm out of here. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I get my Roll20 up and working. Do you want to please introduce yourselves? Tell me maybe who your character is, their deepest, darkest fear that they really hope never to meet, and their favorite vacation destination.
My name is Liv. Is it cool if I just jump in first?
Yeah, by all means.
Sick. My name is Liv. I play Maxwell Bean, the coffee-themed half-orc barbarian, who, due to a curse, a terrible curse, speaks like this now. And his worst, deepest, darkest fear is that his people will abandon him and that he will no longer be the acolyte for the coffee-themed half-orcs that he belongs to. And his favorite vacation destination would be like one of those super hipster coffee bars, like the really posh ones that nobody actually wants to drink coffee at.
Yes, of course. Yeah. The ones that inexplicably stay in business, yet there's never anyone there. Yeah.
Yeah, and the coffee sucks.
Fantastic. Who's next?
My name's Kaemon. I'm playing the sea elf wizard Salmon, whose biggest fear is giant squids, who have eaten all of their 78 other siblings, and would love to spend a nice weekend at the Marianas Trench. Be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like fun. Yeah.
It's like Nemo's siblings.
100%. But it's a giant squid, so way worse.
Oh no.
I'll go next. My name's Keith. I am a backup player covering for Coach Dan, who is a Hill Dwarf Order domain cleric, who is, he is your stereotypical middle school / primary school gym teacher who just drinks a little too much energy drinks. And he's the coach of, or the dad of the minor league sports team that just goes a little too far. His biggest fear is honestly somebody taking his whistle away from him.
Oh.
So my high school gym teacher, then. You are my high school teacher. Excellent.
This is your worst nightmare.
Whatsoever.
No, I'm not going to get targeted now at all.
No, of course not. Why would you ever think that? Who's next? We got two left, I think.
Go for it, Justin.
I can go next. G'day, I'm Thomas. I play the half-elf rogue Chester O'Cheat, whose greatest fear is probably he's a thief. He steals from the rich and just mostly from the rich. He keeps it for himself, doesn't give it to the poor. So his greatest fear is probably just getting caught, going to prison. And holiday destination was probably be, I guess like a beach, like Tahiti, so like just need a little more time going to Tahiti. That's probably his vacation destination.
Excellent. So you're a very, very practical Robin Hood, in other words.
Practical. I wouldn't say practical. I mean, he's basically just stands like this all the time. You know, goblin man, he's a halfling.
You're an Irish setter hound, like just like pointing in the direction of you from a pigeon at all times.
Gold, that way. I smell blood.
Okay, that's for sure. Yeah, and Alex, last but lucky.
Yeah, I'm Alex. I'm playing Jose. I am a duelist fighter, and he just likes to show off and leap into combat. And I guess his deepest fear is if like he was out and about and people didn't recognize him. That would cut to the bone for Jose. Vacation. I think if you can remember a vacation, you haven't really been on a vacation.
That's fair. That's a fair call. Yeah.
He just wants to get blitzed.
Ruined.
Look, we all love different things, and that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, just for the charity streaming aspect, obviously, I think the previous DM Matt had a thing going where donations could get you different voices. I'm happy to continue that for the audience. However, know that there are two accents I do well: my own and silence. So if you want to go for it, click a $10 or $15 donation and I'll see what I can do. If you want anything more complicated than a bad French accent, you are either going to be very disappointed or very entertained. And yeah, just keep those wishes coming. I intend to abuse those like crazy. So, from my understanding, you guys had some sort of very fair engagement that went really well.
Really well.
Wait, great. It was smashingly.
It went smashingly good. I'm glad it went smashingly. And you are currently, having a little nap after that. Is that about correct?
Yeah,
we got smoke grenaded by a bunch of anthropomorphic hippopotamus, which is definitely not a sentence I ever thought I'd ever say.
We got concussed grenaded.
Okay. I mean, having said that is a fantastic sentence to be able to say. We got gas grenaded by a bunch of anthropomorphic hippopotamuses. That is excellent. I'm fairly new to Roll20, so I'm trying to find your tokens. Your unconscious body should gently have landed somewhere. Or are your tokens not on the board?
They're not on the board yet. We can put them on the board if you'd like.
It's not my fault. Would you mind, please, putting your tokens on the board?
Actually, you know what? I do mind a little bit. How dare you, firstly?
That's fine. That's fine. Do you want to talk about that?
Not really. No.
Did I put it on the board? Is it on?
I put him on, but I can't see anything, so I assume he's there.
I think mine might be there, but I can't see anything either.
I can select him, so he's definitely there.
Where?
One.
Where am I?
I've got one somewhere. I don't know who it is.
Maybe
I accidentally put myself. Oh, I'm down here somewhere.
Where?
Yeah, same. I'm here.
Where are
this
you?
Is a little bit like herding ducks, which is okay.
I can't see myself.
Yeah, I've fallen through the floor.
Well, don't do that. You're just going to get yourself hurt, and then I have to replace you, and I don't want to replace you. You seem fun.
Okay, so just a quick update. I have tried 4 different times to get my token on the board. So if at any point you find 4 Maxwell beans, that's why. He's multiplied. God.
He has come for us. Yes.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Yeah, if I zoom in slightly so I can actually read, that does look like multiple Samuel or Maxwell beans.
Oh no,
okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. So we have Max, we have Chester, we have Jose, we have Salmon, probably from a desert by that name, and Coach Dan. Excellent.
And Max and Max and Max.
Can I turn on dynamic lighting? Is dynamic lighting going to work for me? No, of course not. That's fine. I can manually reveal. I mostly DM in person, so dynamic lighting is as good as you should
mystery mystery DM. We'll get through this together. We'll get through this together.
Confidence in your support.
We've got this.
So, at some point, you guys wake up, remembering obviously that you were gas grenaded by a group of anthropomorphized whatevers.
I see the map.
I see everything.
Oh no, I don't.
But I don't see
You're not
me.
supposed to see everything.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, you can tell I went to the exact right number of tutorials, can't you? It's okay.
Got this.
All right. No, don't acid.
What was that?
So you are awoken by a sudden expulsion of hot steam from a nearby vent. You wake up very groggy, definitely with a feeling of unease or discomfort in your chest and stomachs and sore throats.
Okay.
Does somebody want to roll a perception check to have a look around you and see where you are?
I can give it a shot.
Can I join in to help, or?
Yep, you can support him to give advantage.
Yeah, can I give him advantage by helping?
Of course you can.
Oh, look, Liv.
Yeah, you know what? The 14 is as good as we're getting. There's left to do.
So you look around at coppery bronze colored walls of some sort of strange metal. There are unknown devices, mostly against the walls, although some of them are on pillars in the middle of the large room. In the floor, there appear to be many small doors, which have strange lit pads or panels on them. Oh, the lighting has suddenly changed. I think one of the mods has helped me. Thank you, mod.
Okay, so I just took a little cheat look at the stream to see if I was just not seeing it only on my end, and I'm super just not seeing it on my end. I have like a black A4 sized thing that I'm looking at, not a map.
Roll to the top left.
Okay. Yeah, we are at the top left. I'm also wondering if I need to click on you and make sure. No, you're connected. Maxwell level 8.
Strange.
Click on the token and confirm vision is turned on.
Oh, okay. Hang on. All right, hang on.
Thank you, disembodied voice. Token vision should be on. Limit the field revealed for the token. No, I don't want to do that. Save settings.
Oh, I see things. I see things. Oh, I'm so excited about seeing
I just had to
things.
open my eyes.
Oh, I figured out the problem, guys.
Coaches over there. Okay. Left eye, open. Now your other eye. Go for it. Yes.
It's a miracle.
Now drop and give me 20.
Damon immediately drops and begins doing 20. Oh god, this is hell. This is the worst.
Oh, God, save us all.
So the only other thing
Call me Dan.
notice, Thomas, is that there is very little lighting in the room. In fact, basically the only light is from the panels on the ground and from a small flickering light source above a door that you can see at the far end of the room next to what looks like a table and a series of chairs.
Let's see. Tell you what, this is not how I expected to wake up after I had that cold brew. I usually feel a lot better. Whoa.
Well, at least we're not in space anymore. That's good. Actual cold hard ground. Whoa.
I don't know. I was kind of getting used to the cosmic void.
Yeah, Coach Dan is sitting there. He's thinking for a minute. He's like, okay, think, step forward. Oh, I have to use my feet now.
Coach Dan, you all right?
Yeah.
Coach Dan, you doing okay?
Yeah, he takes a couple steps forward. He takes a couple steps forward. All right, team, we're going.
Well, you can be going, but I'm going to be going pretty heckin' slow because I feel as though my body were, I don't know, about 86 points worth of damage. I'd be pretty low. Just saying. So I might be a little limpy, but as long as you're cool with that.
He would kind of stop and look around at everybody and it's like, how's the team doing? Do we need some more Gatorade? Do we need more Gatorade?
More! All of the Gatorade! I need all of it! Oh,
I've never needed Gatorade before in my life. I drink the souls of my victims.
I only drink coffee.
Refreshing.
And I mean the good stuff.
That's good.
I hate all of those things. I just give me plain water.
I thought we were making a connection, you and I. And yet you do this to me.
So
I
looking
can't believe you've done this.
at your colleagues to check their health, you do notice that each of you has red marks around your neck.
Ah!
Oh, this doesn't feel good.
What kind of marks?
Yeah, what kind? Like bruising?
Did we get choked out in our sleep?
The concussion grenades are just little dudes who jump down and went,
I think one of you is a cleric, so if one of you wants to do a... Where's my sheet that tells me what you can do? A medicine check or something, you could investigate the marks and maybe learn something?
As a cleric, he's probably going to look more either from a religious standpoint or a medicine standpoint? Question mark?
I mean, religion could be very enlightening. Medicine might be more helpful.
Let's go with the medicine.
Quick thing too, just popping in, because I'm pretty sure that because I did my frenzy and my rage and all that, because I'm a Path of the Berserker, I get a point of exhaustion now. Pretty certain. So just putting that out there so that that's known.
It's very honest of you.
Well, I mean, it's part of the fun of the class.
This is true. Yes, this is true. So roll a medicine check.
Yeah, so I got a 19 on the medicine.
So you got a, if I look at Roll20, it tells me, yes, you got a 19, so 24 in total. It looks as if something very rope-like grabbed and squeezed each one of you. Not hard enough to break the airway or suffocate you, but definitely hard enough to hold on tightly.
Like the
like
ropes,
this very much.
like ropes are currently there, or that they have been there in the past.
We're there at some time. Yeah, recently.
Oh, jeez. Salmon's going to head over to the washer and look at their neck in the reflection, and then take out their disguise kit and just begin dabbing away with some concealer. Oh, this is no good.
I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu right now. I'll tell you what.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
You ain't had enough conversations with me then, because it's gonna get worse.
Oh no!
Dan takes a knee and he does that silent prayer that he does to psych himself up before any big game, and he is going to take 10 minutes to cast prayer of healing.
Okay.
While that's happening, can I examine this little statue over here?
Of course you can.
Danke. Just want to see what's up with this little statue.
So everybody gets 14 points of healing.
Oh yeah, boy.
How many?
14.
Ah, nice. Thank you.
Chester is at full health. He does not even realize that anything has happened to him.
God damn it, Chester.
If we're sitting down for a 10-minute ritual, I'm going to do detect magic while I'm at it. I'm going to take out my grimoire and start casting the spell detect magic as a ritual.
Cool.
Awesome. What direction do you want to point detect magic in?
It's just 30 feet from me. An aura that's 30 feet around me.
5e. That's right. Yep. Yeah.
So,
Can I
so just
please?
what am I feeling?
Yep.
I just wanted to say I wanted to cast the spell. Look very intelligently at the statue to determine its use.
What's that, a performance roll to see how convinced we all are?
Yep. Yeah, I think so. Just kind of look at it like I'm smart and be like, no, I know exactly what this is.
Yeah. Roll it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Actually, kind of okay. But I have disadvantage on all things right now, so it'd be the second one, so it'd be the 14.
Yeah. Oh, of course, because of the exhaustion. Yeah, a 14.
Yeah.
So the statue is made out of the same metal that the walls and floor and ceiling and pillars are made out of. However, it has been painted and does appear to have a number of smaller raised portions in a group, each of which has a symbol on it that you don't recognize. Above them appears to be a small plate of glass. Kaemon, you did detect magic, yes?
Indeed, I did. Yes.
So the results are very strange to your senses. There is definitely something magic-like, but it's not something that you have seen or interacted with before.
Okay. So I just get like a vague sense of magic around. Okay.
Yeah. But it feels wrong. So if magic feels like vanilla, this feels like chocolate. Same kind of thing, but not the same.
And I don't suppose I can tell any kind of school from that at all now.
I mean, if you want to roll Arcana to try and identify what it may or may not be.
I'll give that a shot.
Yeah, why not?
Nice. With a +7, I rolled a 12.
Sick.
Brilliant.
Pro strats.
Salmon's intelligent, guys. They're a really smart person.
It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
I can't tell anything, can I?
No, not really. Not anything particularly useful.
Right on.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna walk over
My
here
cat is here
and
saying
into
hello.
this room, I suppose.
Hello, kitty.
Hello. You here to play
Walk into
D&D?
that. Okay. Yeah. So in that room, you find a number of large. I mean, they look like chests in the sense that they appear to have a lid, a body, and are empty. Although each one of them has a small group of raised bits sticking out of them beneath a glass panel. One of the panels is glowing; the other three are not. Don't ask me to mark which one. No, I actually probably can. So hopefully you are now seeing a purple X.
I do, yeah.
I can't see that. Oh, okay.
I can see it.
I can't see that room.
Yeah,
So
it's where
far away.
it's where you're standing.
Yeah, that one.
There
the
is a
panel
purple X there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Excellent. Good. There should be. That one, the panel is glowing. The other three, the panels are dark.
These are panels on the floor.
So they're on the front of the chest-looking objects. They are very much the same as the ones in the number of trapdoor-looking things on the floor, and the one on the statue.
Hey, champ, what you got in there?
Confusing boxes, and what confuses me terrifies me, so I might leave.
Boxes? What's in them?
Boxes. Oh, light. Crates of light.
Oh.
If you want to make an attempt at opening the lit up one, I think that would be your best bet.
That's all good, folks. I'm pressing everything I can see right now.
I would just like to make it apparent that Maxwell has gone ahead and started trying to fuck with the thing, with the thing in front of him.
Oh, no.
It is attempting to press the small raised thing as though they are buttons on a cash register.
That is excellent. Okay.
So sorry.
This is fine, everyone.
I want the worst news first.
First news: a loud, repeating, clanging noise emits from the statue.
Sorry.
Oh, shies are mad.
I think I broke it.
Salmon runs towards the water and jumps in.
I press the buttons harder, thinking it will fix it.
Oi, Champ, what you doing in there? What you doing?
It doesn't fix it. If anything, the alarms become louder and more urgent. Although after about another 8 repetitions, they stop. And you kind of hear it echoing and bouncing back throughout wherever you are until they eventually subside.
Did I do good?
You told everyone we're in here.
You hear a voice in your head. You hear a voice in your head, and it says, "This is your conscience. No, stop."
I knew this day would come.
Ain't you ever been even before?
He runs and goes to hang on. Where's my select? He, terrified and alarmed, runs to join him in the water.
While I'm in here, is there anything under the
Yeah, do we get murdered by the
water? Have you saw trapped us? Is the key in the bathtub?
Oh no!
Is there key in the bathtub or something? Well, can I check out the bathtub? Is what I'm asking.
Absolutely. Roll perception or investigation to check out the bathtub.
If it is of
I'll
any,
give it an investigate. God damn it! It's a +7 that I have to investigate things.
If I may, I would love to help that by being present in the bath too. Can I assist in any capacity?
You may assist. So roll again as if you did it, please.
On.
Good.
Nice.
16.
Well, I'm looking
16.
in this bath with you.
So the first thing you notice is that it's not actually water.
Oh no! Oh god! What is it?
It is some sort of greenish, thicker fluid. There are several things in the liquid. It only comes up to just above your knees, assuming that salmon is roughly average in height. So around 5-6 feet tall. Comes up just above your knees. And there are 6 small crab-like
Definitely
things.
can't breathe.
With really long tails, floating in the liquid. All 6 appear to be dead.
Oh,
I can speak to. I'm gonna hunch down next to my new crab friend. Well, Are they dead?
They appear to be. They're just floating in various positions, not reacting, bouncing into each other and your legs. They don't appear to be moving.
These little guys appear to be straight chilling.
Well, that's how many? 5?
6.
Is there 6? Oh, well, I can get 5 of them. I'm gonna take out my scroll. I'm gonna take my scroll of Dance Macabre out and reanimate 5 of these. Not to keep, just to have.
Is there a spare crab?
I want to resurrect the dead crabs, not to keep. That makes it better, obviously.
To throw them away once I am done with them.
I have yet to see anything that I could animate as a band, so instead I'm going to have 5.
Were you going to give them little triangles?
They're disco crabs, though.
Ting,
so
ting, ting.
they get one of them. They get a harmonica between all 5 of them. They get a harmonica between all 5 of them, and from now on, they're going to be following me on my shoulder. Yeah.
Remember, kids, it's not wrong if you use necromancy, but set them free. Okay,
that's the plan. That's how long do they last before they go feral?
Yeah.
Hang on,
I think the Dare campaign taught me that in school.
Yeah.
At this point, Coach sees the crabs kind of come to life, assuming they do. And as they crawl up, he's going to look at Sam and say, "Son, you might need some help. You've caught some crabs."
Maxwell, I think, is just going to move away. Maxwell is just going to.
That ain't right, son.
You solid step.
I've seen that before. It never ends well.
Yeah, just gonna distance myself.
It's very contagious.
You said there were little. You said there were little doors in the floor, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to go to each of the doors and drop a dead into them.
And drop
Sacrifice your new little friends.
Yeah, I'm putting each one into a door.
Okay, so each door you open opens into a, we're going to call it 5 foot deep by about 3 foot square opening. Some of which have things in them, some of which do not.
Yeah. Well, I've how there were what 5, 6 openings? 6?
Yeah, we'll say there's 6.
6. Okay. Well, for each of the 5 that I've put a single crab in, I'm going to use my newfound telepathy rather, to ask them what's going on in there, to ask them to check out each of my each of the spaces I've placed them in. So
I'm checking. Real
checking
quick.
through monster telepathy.
Just a factoid check. There's the same amount of crabs as there is doors, right?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, that feels like maybe we need to get the last one and put it into.
I can only reanimate 5. This third one. This
I don't have to get to be alive.
Well, the 6th one is going in dead, so the last remaining hatch gets
What are you doing to that crab over there?
Well, this one I can't bring back, so he's just gonna have to go on a trip down hole numero 6.
Tribute.
Yeah.
So I hope you understand that. Yeah, his 5 friends get to come back to the unlife, but he, you just leave him.
Yeah.
So in 2 of the we're going to call them containers in the floor, there are large, probably up to your waist, very strange looking cabbages, if you could call them that all appear to have flowered open at the top. I'm going to say you throw a dead one into one of them, and one of the undead ones goes into the other. The other 4 containers in the ground are empty, but have small patches of some sort of strange, or certainly strange to you guys, black material in the floor and partially up the walls. I guess you have telepathic communication with the creatures, so they feel quite at home in there. Although they have a strange urge to be very friendly with all of you.
Well, on an entirely unrelated note, I would like to open the chest to the south. I'd like to. It's like a chest, is it?
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
It very much resembles a chest.
Yeah, great. I'm like, and I'm just going to open the chest and see what's in it.
Bye.
You open the chest. Inside of it, it appears to be much shallower than it looks from the outside. About halfway down, there's some sort of a false bottom, which has a number of indents in it, which are empty. The indents are also of various shapes and sizes.
Like shapes of specific objects, or...
Is one of them shaped like a crab by any chance?
Oh no!
Just a line of a crab.
I'm going to fish him out.
The largest of the indentations is maybe 2 feet in length, about a foot at its widest, but it's kind of long front, gets wider, a little bit shorter, wider again, and then shortens again. Very roughly, that is it.
Okay.
Liv looks very confused.
I'm sorry, I'm a very expressive person, and my brain is chewing on this information. It's having a hard time. What am I visualizing here?
So you said it has like a false bottom, is that right?
Yeah.
So like there's like something underneath that false bottom would be a safe assumption, potentially?
That would be a very safe assumption.
Okay. Is there any way that looks obvious to remove the false bottom?
Yep, it appears to have clips at the top, so if you're looking down at it at the top and bottom, appears to have clips that you can use to lift it up.
Okay, I reach in and unclip it and pull out the false bottom.
Cool. It's mostly empty, except for a number of small, round, pointed cylinders, none of which are bigger than your pinky finger, and one strange, flat, long box, which appears to have several of the small metal objects in it.
Oh, okay. There you go. Interesting.
What do they look to be made of?
The box, you're not sure.
Yep.
You've never seen anything like it before. The small metal cylinders are metal, some sort of coppery material, not the same as the one the walls are made out of, though. It's different to that.
Okay. Can I roll maybe like an investigation or something to see, or something if I know what kind of metal this might be, maybe, or like what it roughly maybe similarly equates to?
You can definitely try.
Investigation 22.
22. You reckon it's some sort of copper alloy.
Okay.
Although the point is a different, much harder metal. So I don't know, maybe you take out like a knife if you have one and kind of scratch it a little bit, and most of the cylinder is made out of some sort of copper alloy. You reckon the end of it, which on closer investigation seems to be stuck inside of it, is of a different, much harder metal.
Okay. But I don't know what the box is made out of.
You have no idea what the box is made out of. It's hard and rigid, but it's not metallic.
Okay. I tip out everything that's in the box and I take the box.
Okay. Can I
out of character, I'm kind of envisioning these little metal things as bullets.
I can neither confirm or deny whether or not they're bullets.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Do you say bullets out loud? Because if you do,
you give this group a gun.
I mean, to be fair, your characters have no idea what a bullet or a gun is.
No, I know.
From a gun perspective,
I'll say that for yourself. Salmon's been shot.
This looks like This looks like some kind of projectile.
Hey, give me some, and I'll go over and if Chester will let me grab a handful, I'll grab a handful. Yep. I'm going to try and start shoving them. See if I can find places to shove them into. Like there's like some kind of, maybe there are keys. Yeah, we can open doors with them.
I would like to see if any of them match the weird indents that I saw on the statue.
Interesting choice.
I come on over and be like, "Does anything match?"
Sadly not. However, as you walk over to the statue, out of the corner of your eye, you spot something moving against the far wall opposite the statue. But it was only there for a moment.
Hey, just a quick update to the crew. I think I thought I saw something scurry, maybe some shift. Maybe it was a shadow. Just wanted to put that out
just
there.
Me. I'm just being sneaky.
Okay, cool. I won't worry about it.
That's fine. Creeping. It's got goblin on.
I'm so glad we've dealt with that. I was worried.
Sorry, I scared you. That's my fault.
No, that's okay. I frighten easily. It's the coffee jitters.
All right.
Anyway.
Seeing as one of these chests opened okay, Coach Dan will go ahead and open a second one.
Oh, which one?
See, that one's been opened. Then that one? Bottom right?
That one? So you open that chest. It's pretty much identical inside to the first one. Assuming you pull out the false bottom, it is, however, completely empty.
Okay.
But otherwise, The indentations in the false bottom are very, very similar, if not identical, to the ones in the first. Yeah.
So none of the things in that box matched anything on the statue at all?
I mean, how closely do you look?
I would have come over to examine them. So if you'd like, maybe I can roll up like a investigation.
Yep. Do you want to roll an investigation and see how closely you examine? That would be awesome.
So I probably have to come back over, right, and look at the thingamabobs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I've got some. Yeah, I will come with you and I will give some to you.
Oh, all right, I appreciate you. Let me see. Hang on, let me come back to you. There you are.
Wait, just a second. I might be able to give you some guidance. Or
Well, I'd love that. I'll tell you what, I'd appreciate
some tips.
yeah,
Some pro tips.
Some pro tips.
Some pro strat.
let me show you how we do it in the pros.
That's pretty PogChamp of you. Thanks. I appreciate that.
So he puts his hand on your shoulder and casts guidance.
Cool. That puts it at normal because my exhaustion makes it a disadvantage.
Guidance is a D4.
Oh, it's a modifier, not a level.
Yep.
Gotcha.
If I hand like some of these things to Maxwell, can I be aiding them so that they've got the
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
advantage?
Maxwell be.
I'm rolling the investigation, but I gotta know. Okay, so it's investigation. All right, I take the 4 because I have disadvantage on it, but it's plus an additional 4. Was it?
Plus a D4.
Plus a D. Okay, I'll just roll a D4 real quick. Roll one D4. Yeah. Oh, that's a 6 at looking at these and determining stuff.
So none of them appear to match or connect or be relevant to each other in any way that you can identify.
God, I really appreciate y'all's help, but God, there's just nothing. There's just nothing here.
Chester, how easily startled are you?
I'm startled or frightened?
Either one.
Because if it's like frightened, then not very.
Okay. Well, what if like a 6-foot-tall black serpentine thing with lots of spikes sticking out of it dropped down immediately in front of you?
Well, you clearly weren't watching the last hour and a half that we were in, so no, I would not be very startled, considering everything.
You'd just be sad. You'd be like, oh.
Is that all?
Oh, again.
Well, a roughly 6-foot-tall serpentine creature with spikes, 4 limbs, an incredibly long tail, and very sharp teeth drops down from the ceiling immediately in front of you.
Yeah, in that case, I'm just like, I see it come down, and I'm just like, all right then. So I pulled out like both my, just like casually just pulling out both my daggers, just like, I'm more like annoyed that I have to fight this thing than I am like scared of it.
Fantastic. That's an excellent reaction.
Can we see this?
Can I get initiative somewhere?
Oh, if we're about to enter initiative, does that mean that we're all level 9 at this point? Yes.
As far as I understand, yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
So
awesome.
hit points are still 25, right? Because I'm hurt so bad.
If someone's at all capable
I don't actually have your character sheets in front of me, so sadly I don't know.
Oh no,
God,
I
there's 2
mean,
No, if they had taken damage from a previous fight, would they still be at that reduced hit points? Or
yeah,
would they
sorry. That's what I meant.
No, you wouldn't. I would say no, you wouldn't.
Wait,
Given
really?
how
I'm up to.
you may or may not have been
Am I
knocked
up
out.
to full?
I'm going to be nice. Yeah, I'm going to say you're up to full health.
Yeah.
I'm filled with uncontrollable power.
This is do for you as a dungeon master. Just keep that in mind.
Sorry, can you?
There's spell slots as well, or are we refreshed, or are we just back to max health?
These exhaustion points are going to be a problem.
I will roll it, and you are refreshed.
Yay!
Nice. Sorry, I've swapped my token, so I can't see anything anymore. Can that
Yeah.
Can that be
I-
fixed?
I need to swap my token. I'm not sure how to delete the old one. How do I manage that?
Click it and just press delete on your keyboard.
Oh,
Yeah.
easy.
Putting myself into initiative.
There we go.
Putting myself back to where I was standing. Now a quick initiative check.
Supposed to be an initiative counter here somewhere.
Should I roll initiative twice considering I have exhaustion? Does that affect initiative?
It does affect initiative. You are at disadvantage.
Yeah, so I'll just roll that again.
For the DM turn tracker on the left, about 2/3 of the way down, there's one that should, if you hover your mouse over it, it should give you a description of what it does. It'll say turn on, like turn or something. There you go.
There you go.
There it is.
Cool.
All right, got
And
my
then-
lower initiative.
And then once they're all in there, there's a little gear wheel on the bottom. You can click that, and it will
Yep.
will organize us by order. So looks like you've got it.
So can I have my token re-upped or whatever so I can see things? At the moment, it's just
which
a black
one?
screen? The red-headed, grifty-looking man.
The guy with the glasses. With the glasses. You're about to do a grift. On
mean,
this serpentine being.
I think I've done what I need to do. I am not sure.
We
Like I
believe in
said,
you.
I'm clearly incredibly experienced with Roll20.
Oh, there we go. I'm back.
Hey,
Sorry,
teamwork,
which?
baby.
Oh, one of them's. Oh, there we go. Yeah, get rid of. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, I'm back now. Great.
Yep, you were standing right there.
Don't worry, fellas. I'm back in it, and I need to do an initiative
go.
roll. Initiative.
Cool potatoes.
Did that work properly? Yes, it did.
Nice.
Nice.
Flawless.
Nice.
Absolutely no errors.
Excellent.
Flawless.
I will roll the initiative for the creature. So it's actually going to go last, so that works. So Jose, for the current
Okay.
situation.
Chester, I guess, shouts something out, and I'm like, more! I am done of this. Blue monster! And I'll run over to about here. And I can get past him, so I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to pull, I've got a pair of daggers at my back, and I'm just going to go, I can't, daggers! And I'm going to wing a pair of daggers towards this creature.
Roll to attack. And you did.
17 for one.
And is that 10 for the other?
No, I haven't rolled the other one yet. I'm on auto disadvantage for some reason, or auto advantage. So
We'll just take the highest. So 17 is going to be a hit.
Whoa! And I do 8 points of damage. Whoa!
A
Nice.
whole 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roll20 automatically rolls advantage. So if it's just a straight roll, just take the one on the left. If it
Yeah. So
then,
the second one's an 11 then.
And 11. Okay. The 11 will miss. 8 points of damage. Chester, roll a dexterity save.
A dexterity save.
Dexterity save. So the dagger Jose threw buries itself into the shoulder of the creature, which causes a green liquid to spurt out. And you're
Oh,
trying
the
to see
green.
that on you.
How's a 19 do you?
19 does you very well. So you manage to avoid it, and you all watch as the green liquid falls on the floor and starts to eat away at the material.
To dodge it, I just like dab out of the way.
Always in style, eh? Always in style.
Always. That's what the kids do nowadays, right?
Oh
all the cool
Lord.
kids do it.
Yeah.
I was about to
I'm
reel
cool.
my own age by saying, "Oh, like that one dude from The Matrix," because I forgot his name. Yeah, you know.
Oh, I've never heard
That
of
one
Neo.
guy.
Who are you talking about?
There it is. That's the one.
It's not one of the most famous movies of all time.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, we're doing Alien. Oh, now I understand. I'm a little slow, but I got it. I got there.
We got there. We're doing Alien. Oh, we're doing Alien.
We're on a spaceship.
Oh,
There is a gun somewhere. I'll be getting my hands on it.
We're doing Alien.
We're doing Aliens.
God damn it.
Oh, sorry. I should
Sorry, are we doing Alien or Aliens? Very different movies.
Oh, true.
There's no way to know. Chester, it is your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go for the classic Stabbo.
Brilliant.
That's
Roll
a
it.
23.
That is definitely a hit. Yep.
Fantastic.
Curiosity, is your dagger magical?
No,
No. That's unfortunate.
it can be if you want it to be, though.
Dexterity save again.
Pay $50 and make my daggers magical.
It's true.
Exactly.
You can do.
Yeah, sorry, so that's one stab. And I'm going to do another one because I'm dual wielding them. That's, hey, 23. I'm nothing if consistent.
Obviously. Yeah.
Oh, 20, 2 23s, 2 9s. I mean,
Jesus.
man.
Good Lord. Chester will cheat the system.
Excellent.
There he goes.
So please roll a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, 2 of them or just the one?
Just the one. We'll just do
Just
one.
the one.
Per-
That's a 15.
Injury.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Is it enough? Yes, you managed to avoid the blood again.
Stab, dodge.
Step dodge.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
off combat, really, if you think about it. Okay. Coach Dan, I believe. it
Get back out
is
there,
your-
coach. Come on, coach.
All
Come on.
right,
You
team.
can do it.
All
We
right,
need-
team.
Back on the field, coach.
I need someone for my sneak attack.
What are we up against, team? And he moves over to here to gain a bit better vision of. Oh, that's not. I remember fighting something like this back in Nam.
The Coach Dan backstory arrives, and it's just as good as we hoped. The Coach Dan lore coming in hot and fast.
And, from a distance, he's like, the only
to
thing
wave a flag.
the only thing that works against this is napalm as he casts Sacred Flame. I need a deck save.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay. We have had a donation requesting me to talk like this is a movie trailer. So get ready for my,
Yes.
for my best Morgan Freeman voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
This
go
kid-
over and see the creature standing in front of your friend. You call upon the holy light above to set that MF on fire. Roll death
In a world.
or whatever it is. Oh, you've already done it. We're looking at 10 radiant damage.
Coming to you this summer.
Currently on fire as it stares at you eyelessly, wondering why. Why would you hurt me? Next, Salmon reacts to the current situation.
That is my turn.
Salmon, Coach Dan has inspired you all. What will you do now? Jason has figured out how to pass turns.
I'd very much like it if the creature could make a Constitution saving throw as I cast Blight at 5th level. Just going right for it. Oh. Here we go. So, if it could make a DC, it says DC 17, but I do have a Grimoire +1, so it is a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
Very nice.
And that was Salmon. As Salmon steps into view, he causes all of the blood to drain from the creature's body. I believe that's what blight does.
Yeah, it crispies somebody. It makes them all sorts of dehumidified.
You air fried the alien from Alien?
Yeah, I did.
We made jerky.
It says 38, but the higher level cast puts it with 4 extra damage, so it does 42 points of damage.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
I think that's I think we're making biltong.
I know how this goes. We cut it open with all sorts of blood inside, and the blood gets everywhere and hurts us. I've seen Alien.
Yeah. You train it up first. Problem solved.
Fix the fight.
Science. That's science right there.
Yeah.
As the spell finishes and all of the creature's blood has left its body, it crumples quietly to the ground, staring at you eyelessly.
Did we do it?
Christ, how much health would I hypothetically recover?
Could have mercy killed the alien from Aliens.
Now our party must decide.
I need to sit down and relearn Animate Dead. I want to bring it with us.
Yes. But yes,
I'm
though,
kidding.
actually.
I immediately, as soon as I suggest I'd like to do anything with undead, I'm replaced with a vampire.
Such a
Immediately.
good idea, though. Such a solid plan. What could go? Nothing could go wrong, considering if we hand over to the next party, they'll love it. It's a fun. They'll love it. Here's your alien from Alien pet. Good luck. The guy who summoned it is gone.
Yeah, it's back to being feral.
Here you go.
Someone wish cast this thing reanimated.
Rip.
So good.
Can we mercy kill the alien from Alien? Is it still is it dying slowly?
Are we out of initiative? Did we end combat?
Maxwell turns around and goes,
"What's happening?"
All right.
I wasn't even involved.
That's fine. We sorted it.
Oh, cool. I'm just gonna keep looking at this then.
Looks back at the statue.
It's fascinating.
I just put my daggers away. I casually step around it, and I go over to the northeast one, the one with the glowing stuff.
Moving on.
And I just open it.
Yeah.
In a world on a ship where they just murdered a helpless creature, Chester opens a box. Inside the box, you find nothing because it doesn't open.
Oh. Does it have
that box you got there?
Yeah.
Oh, I know this trick. Hang on. I think I know how to do this one.
You gotta animate it?
Is there? Yes. Don't tempt me. Is there? I'm assuming everything's made out of kind of metal stuff, so I can't just fireball the room.
When you can, you're just going to cook us like a pizza oven.
But instead, a fireball was not the correct solution to this problem.
It always is.
Always the right one.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my spell fabricate. Is there a keyhole anywhere on this box?
Sorry, you cut out for a second. What spell are you casting on it?
I'm not casting a spell on it. I'm looking to see if there's a keyhole in the box.
Paying close attention to the box, you see a glass panel that is glowing and several small keys beneath it. Key as in keyboard. Also, you sense rather than see the life energies of the creature return to it as it stands zombified for all to see. Alive again. You may now name your alien pet.
What? What?
Did the wish come through? Is it a wish?
A wish came through to raise dead on the alien.
Yes.
You are crimes against nature.
Are you sure you guys got it handled? I can hear a lot of weird noises over there. I'm just chilling with his statue.
It's all good. He seems to be fine.
He seems to be what?
There's a big monster thing, but he seems to be pretty chill, so it's all good.
You got it?
Yes. Yeah, it's all good.
Sweet.
Yeah, Coach Dan is definitely a bit on the trigger happy side at this point, getting ready to sacred flame any pretend evil movement by the Viet Cong here.
All right. So I guess I'll commune with my alien friend mentally. I'll harmonize with it.
You have to name it.
Well, then, obviously, I'll harmonize with Kevin. Kevin, your exposed ribs.
Yes!
Can you play the xylophone?
You want to be a bard so bad, don't you?
Roll a will save.
Pardon? Am I going to get my brain possessed? Oh no.
Which of you is more powerful, the alien from Alien, now known as Kevin, or you?
Salmon contains limitless power. I'm assuming will is wisdom save.
Oh, of course, because we're 5e. Stop playing 3.5, Jason.
It's hard.
Right, 60.
All of us.
You know, I think somebody made a donation request.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm going to make that a critical success actually for you.
Hey!
Yo,
So you successfully commune with Kevin, being one with this abomination against nature, and you successfully bond with it for life. You are now its queen.
Yes, queen.
Kevin!
All right. Things are going to happen in real quick succession.
I need you to know, Seven, I need you to know real quick that you froze for me, and your frame was this like freeze frame of you like going like this, like so happy. It was this perfect movie moment.
It's like the end credits of like a 90s sports movie.
Yeah, like the credits start going out.
All right, two things are going to happen real
Coach
quick.
Dan is very impressed.
Two things are going to happen real quick. One, Salmon is going to take out their little baton things. Two, Kevin's going to start walking, crab walking backwards out the room as Salmon starts playing the skeletal rib marimba. And we're gonna party out of this dungeon in style. Everyone, follow me. Zombie conga line.
I'm turning around for the first time. Why do you have that?
Nothing can stop me, and I'm an immortal god.
I follow Salmon and Kevin out, just being like, just like, yeah, great.
Pepper see, Pepper do. Pepper will do the exact same thing. My name's not Pepper. That's my old orc character from a different D&D game.
Can I?
Maxwell turns around. Who's Pepper?
Can I attempt to make a performance check to see if I'm actually doing any of this well?
Please do. Please do.
Can I help?
It's terrible.
Can I give him advantage as a help action because I'm also in the conga line?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, assist.
I cannot give guidance on this because I have no idea how to play the xylophone.
I want to get in the conga line. I'm getting in the conga line. Y'all can't stop me. It's conga line time.
All right. I think that's how we're gonna leave this dungeon. Follow behind Kevin, playing its ribs, conga lining along.
Conga line.
We haven't solved a single puzzle.
Unearned sense of gratitude. Woo! None of this makes sense. Yeah, Kevin.
Multiverses are collapsing. Who cares?
The universe is being destroyed around us, and we have a plan.
The veil of life and death is thin, and the dead can claw their way into our reality with my unholy power. Come on, everyone, let's dance.
And the crabs in the conga line.
They are, of course they are. They're around for an hour.
Yay!
Yeah.
And So much rides on the decisions of so few. They form a band.
Yes. I'm gonna cry.
I'm not smart enough for aliens. Let's do a conga.
Job, team.
I'm sorry.
Go team.
Good job, team.
Oh. You're proud of us, Dad.
I get up.
The coach is very proud of his team. Is kind of in the background, just making sure that we're not going to end up with more Kevins falling on us from above.
Now let's go.
Oh, real quick, Coach. Just a quick heads up that Maxwell is going to attempt to football pass you a crab during the conga line procession.
Yeah, actually, though, we should start moving, I guess, the tokens out of rooms.
Yeah. Hang on.
Sorry, what's Jose doing?
What's the marching
this
order?
whole thing?
I've just been standing watching this, like, with this kind of like, I don't know what's going on here. This is not music. This is terrible. No,
It has to
I don't
be
know what's wrong with you.
Salmon and Kevin right up the front, and then anyone else can follow behind.
It's the conga line. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, you're in front of me. You're in front of me, Mr. Rogue, I feel. I got him late.
Okay. Kevin's in front of me, though, so you need to move back one.
I'll shoot you right.
As we finally leave the room.
Yeah.
Face for Kevin.
Kaemon, I should have given you control of Kevin's token.
I can move him. There you go.
Oh my God, Kevin, yes!
There he is.
Done that, but there we go.
So excited.
Okay. As you enter the larger room outside of the smaller room, you see
Finally.
more of the same. Metal floors, metal walls. Maybe there's a ceiling. None of you have looked up yet. It is dark. There are
Well,
pillars.
I looked up. Coach Dan is always on the lookout for Viet Cong.
They're in the trees, man. They're in the trees.
Coach Dan is looking in every direction, always. He's on the lookout.
I'm going to use my 1-a-day detect thought to see if I can feel any sapient creatures within 30 feet of me. Just in case.
You're gonna zen in with Coach Dan. You're both gonna be you're so aware of all your surroundings.
Reaches out his mind, attempting to detect any sentient creatures. Selection box.
If they've got
Where
an
is-
intelligence of, I believe, 4 or higher, I can detect them if they're within 30 feet of me. That
you
just
don't
happens.
You don't find Maxwell. Sorry.
Oh,
Poor little guy.
Oh, Maxwell,
spot
buddy.
behind you.
just music playing from where Maxwell's brain should be.
It's just a picture of like a live, laugh, love sign that someone would hang up at a bad coffee bar.
Absolutely.
Well, see, I'm just imagining the video loading icon that's been going this whole time.
I was thinking it's like just the Windows shutdown noise.
Can I other than my companions, do I feel any intelligent minds anywhere around me?
You do indeed. You detect one primitive but definitely intelligent mind nearby.
All right, I reach out to it with my telekinesis and I say, "Join the line, homie." There's always room for one more. Get on in here.
Can we just keep going in our own chat?
Let's go.
Let's go, homie. Get in the chill vibes.
I should state I've got like a charisma of 12. For all my bluster, this is not a charismatic character.
You want to be a bard so bad, man.
With an alien playing his own ribs as a xylophone in a conga line with him. Yes, you clearly have zero charisma, Kaemon. Obviously. Yeah. give me a persuasion check.
Good. I have actually nothing in that. I'm only worse in athletics. Let's go. Persuasion.
Let's go,
Come
team.
on, 20.
12.
Hey, can I guidance that?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh my god.
Hit me with it. Roll the D4.
Am I allowed to guidance that one?
Of course, absolutely. I can't possibly
All right.
see how that could go wrong.
13, 14.
14. It's pretty good.
The next party's going to come in and wonder why they're in a conga line with an alien.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, they're going to be real confused.
An undead baconified alien. This looks like beef jerky.
Oh,
We should hang. We should just like chill.
Well, I think, given the around our necks, we might have already been hanged.
There you go. Perfection. It's poetic, really. A full
It's
circle,
art
much
imitates
like
life.
the noose. I really hope life doesn't imitate the art we've just made, because I don't want to be in a conga line.
Any fan artists out there?
Please note that I...
Please, though.
Oh, well, don't you know, somebody's made a request that I do an Irish accent, which I think I can do a little bit.
hey.
There you go.
No, I'm not allowed to swear, so I can't tell you whether or not you're effed, but certainly the creature who you read the mind of drops down from the ceiling on the other side of the pillar there, and it decides to come at you with its little inner mouth shooting out, coming to give you a little kiss.
Oh, no. I don't want to smooch.
You're at the front of the conga line.
I am. I'm the wizard. What am I doing?
You all to go back into initiative, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Does that mean, since we're going back into initiative, we're going to be throwing the next
Let me
party?
get that nat 20 initiative.
Okay, where's my select?
I don't want to say you're setting your friends up to fail, but it doesn't look like they'll be buying you any drinks now, will they?
All right, I'm doing two initiatives because the seven's it, because I'm still exhausted.
Not to be
That
sure.
was not a good roll.
Watch it be grand. I really hope no Irish people are watching this, because they might think this is a wee bit racist.
Fun fact, I am Irish. Yeah, you're there. You're there,
What's the
Tom.
verdict? Yeah, there you
Well,
go.
Kaemon, I'm deeply sorry, but this is to raise money for a children's hospital, so I don't care.
You're fine.
Karmatically, I'm probably fine, yes. So,
Yeah, you got
Jose,
this.
once again, you react fastest to the current situation. What would you like to do now, laddie?
Okay, so I'm going to pull my rapier out. I'm going to lean out of the line, and I'm going to say, "Hey, you! If I am having to dance in this ridiculous line, you are too!" And I'm going to attempt to intimidate him to come and join us.
Yeah.
Roll your intimidate, laddie. Let's see how it goes.
Intimidation check.
23.
This is the peer pressure check.
Oh, I can feel Coach Dan's eyes in the back of my head as I'm doing it. Oh,
Coach Dan, much like Jesus, watches all we do.
Coach Dan, I think
you're
it's just
awake.
a hobby.
You know, when you have like a school dance, you got to leave room for Jesus. You actually got to leave room for Coach Dan.
So he's in
that's what
fact
it was.
exactly like my high school gym teacher.
No.
I'm so sorry.
The most
Yikes.
disgusting thing I've heard all night.
Yikes!
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Gonna be
Moving on.
after I'm finished here tonight. Moving on, quick, moving on.
Quickly.
I don't know how to tell
forward.
you this, Alex, but somehow you have overcome the hive mind of an incredibly, insanely vicious species that only wants to kill you for its own procreation. The other alien is, in fact, going to jump into the conga line.
I mean, heck yes.
I
That's
don't
what
want to say that I hate you, laddie, but get out.
God. Oh my God.
I'm gonna
God.
hand it a harmonica. Yeah. You know how to play the harmonica?
Oh, you gotta give him two. One for his tiny mouth and one for his
Oh yeah, of course, the
It's a
tiny
small
harmonica that I keep.
just a little harmonica.
I give him a tiny harmonica. Do you know how to? This is awful. I'm assuming that somebody is wishing. So I feel not bad anymore, right? Like this isn't just happening. People are making these wishes happen, right? This isn't our fault.
I want to ask, do you want an honest answer, or do you want an answer that'll make you feel better, boy?
Whichever one of those doesn't make it seem like I've completely derailed the plot of this thing.
Look, I think the whole point of this charity stream is that there is no plot, or that I'm a completely competent dungeon master who has no idea what he's doing. Whichever you feel is the more likely option there, boyo, you can go with. Now,
okay, good.
The alien, name whatever you wish to name, does not know how to play a harmonica, but since you've given it a tiny one, it's going to give it a go.
Yeah, that's good.
It's going to stick it in its tiny little jaws, and I am sure somebody's going to draw this, and that would be hilarious. We can have a
Do you know when you give a kid a harmonica and they don't fully understand it? When the first time I was given a harmonica, I went like I inhaled, and it was the worst noise. So I'm just picturing that. Hi.
As my departing thing, I'm going to give guidance to the harmonica playing alien.
Babe, you arrived at a great time. Everything's fine. I'm just gonna mute myself for a minute.
There we go. Hey, everybody.
G'day, how's your night going?
It's pretty good from where I'm sitting.
How are you?
I want to note, at no point did I animate anything that wasn't a tiny face hugger. I never animated any zombies. I never summoned anything.
You
that was
absolutely
all
did.
everyone else.
You did stick to your word.
I did. I promise. I
All
even
right.
deselected negative energy flood.
So, on that note, Group 3, Chaos Crew, you guys, your slot has finished. Thank you for the last 3 hours of giggles. You guys really kept up a very interesting vibe across all of you. Honestly, like, shout outs to every one of you who all got really good moments throughout that. So, appreciate that on every level. I will give each of you guys a moment to shout out your, upcoming shows or podcasts or business or social media for a minute, and then make sure that you sign out. I'll exit the game in Roll20, and then you can go ahead and log out. So, Alex, why don't you go first?
Thank you very much, Penny. Thanks so much for doing all this. It's been awesome. Thank you to you guys. You've been brilliant. Thank you, GM. I'm sorry. Only thing I'd say is if you're in the Waikato and you aren't in the Waikato role-playing guild, please sign up on Facebook. If you're somewhere else in New Zealand and you want to come play some games with us, the Convergence was supposed to be last weekend, which is our convention, but it's been postponed for obvious reasons. So we're pushing it further forwards. Fingers crossed it'll be soon. So please come and play some tabletop games with us sometime. Keep an eye on Facebook. Look for the Convergence RPG. That should find it for you.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. See you later.
See you later, guys. Thank you so much.
I can see in the chat that your dinner is ready, Thomas, so I'll let you go next.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. All right then. G'day. I normally do very serious things, not anything like this. I run the History of Aotearoa New Zealand podcast, which is a podcast that does what it says on the tin. It is a chronological history podcast that goes from before people arrived in New Zealand all the way up to 2000. And currently we're in the pre-European Māori era, talking about what Māori were doing and what their life was like and all that sort of stuff. And eventually we'll talk about all the great, not so great things all in Aotearoa's history. You can find me on most places, History of Aotearoa New Zealand podcast, or just History Aotearoa. It's pretty easy to find. But yeah, that's me. Thank you very much for having us. Again, apologies, DM, for everything that we've done to you. But yeah, I'm going to go eat some food, I guess.
So, before you go, Thomas, do you want to give us like a Twitter handle or something that we can follow you on? I already follow you because I like your show, but for people who are watching.
Thanks. My Twitter, History Aotearoa. Aotearoa spelt AOTEAROA. So you can find it that way, or on Facebook and Instagram and all sorts of other places as well.
Thanks very much, Tom.
As you do.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Cheers. See you later.
Who's next? Keith, you want to go next?
Sure. My name is Keith. I'm out of Central Auckland. I currently play and DM at a place in Royal Oak known as Dice Goblin. We have all sorts of different board games, different role-playing games. We host live role-playing, Magic the Gathering. I'm currently running a Candlekeep campaign. Even online, we are running via Discord. So if you are savvy or keen to join us, please hit up the Dice Goblin website, and it'll have a link to the Discord channel.
Thanks very much. Honestly, just really appreciate your time. I'm pretty sure you have another slot later. Is that right?
Yeah, I will be back for the final 3 hours. So I will.
Damn.
I will conduct additional shenanigans. So I can't wait to come back.
Looking forward to having you back, man. Thank you very much for everything that you've done for the show so far.
Cheers. Thank you all.
Kaemon, you want to go next?
Yeah, I have nothing to plug because I've got nothing at all that I'm actively creating right now. But instead, I'll thank everyone for having me, and I'll thank everyone who's watching currently, and I'll ask anyone who is want to watch a long stream throughout the night. This is going for a while.
Hang on.
So thanks, everyone.
You said I'll
one
ask
more time.
everyone who is, and then you froze on our end, so that
oh gosh,
you froze the whole stream. You'll ask everyone who what?
Everyone who's watching, who knows anyone who has insomnia or a more reasonable time zone, to hop on over the next hours. It might be late for us, but it doesn't have to be late for everyone. Yeah. Peace and love all.
Thanks
Bye.
for being here, Kaemon. Appreciate you. And Liv, do you want to go ahead and plug yourself? I know you've got a few things to talk about, including an upcoming event next month. So go ahead and tell us about that.
Well, I don't have the dates or everything sorted, and there's a lot of admin to do on that, so I'll leave that for now. But what I will say is I am the artist for this event, primarily. I worked on the posters and the logo for it, and it was really, really fun to do. If you like the art that has been provided for this event, like the poster art, for instance, with all the people and the squiggly lines, that was me, and the logo and stuff. So if you like that, you can find me at Liv Artisan Design on just about anything, including Twitch. I do a lot of art streaming, but particularly Facebook, where you can find my Facebook page, or my group, where I post a lot of shenanigan memes, and they're all weird and funny, and I welcome you. But thank you for your time.
Can I just say that for all of the people who have been saying throughout the stream, oh, I'm in love with Liv, there's a lot of content that Liv puts out, and it's all this vibe. All of it is this exact vibe.
All of it is exactly this chaos and laughing so hard that my throat hurts, which it does. I've made it raw through this.
Thank you very much, Liv, for being here. I know you were nervous and you absolutely nailed it. I loved Maximilian Bean.
I had squeaky earrings to give me courage. But yeah, Maxwell Bean.
That's right, Maxwell Bean. Thank you very much for being here, Liv. You can go ahead and sign out and make sure you log out of Roll20.
Take care.
Thank you, hun. How are we doing? Are you still there, Jason? He might have gone for a break. That's all right. You missed the Chaos Twins. Yeah, okay. So just making sure, so I realize that the other players are hopefully ready to jump in. But before we do that, I'm just going to read our donation totals. Jason, is that you? Are you still around?
Yep, I'm still here. My mic did a thing again.
All right, you just keep dropping in and out. So we'll just have to make sure that you're not going to lose the game. That's all right. So as of 9 p.m., so 7 minutes ago, we are at $2,682.01. So thank you to everyone who donated in the last 20 minutes. For the people who are over $10, we've got Linda who donated $20 and said, "Great gaming, Keith, and a great cause." Poppy donated $15 and said, "Can you talk like the movie phone guy? Make it sound like you're reading a movie trailer." So that was Poppy who changed your voice for you. Matt, who was the previous DM, donated $46 and said, "Just paying my share of the accent donations during my block. If I can pitch in some natural 20s, then I want 2 crits on deck for the current DM to use." Have you used those?
I used one.
You used one. Cool. So you've still got one more in the bank. Flame donated $50 and cast the wish to raise dead on the alien. So you can thank Flame for Kevin. And I'm fairly sure that they're actually going to be a player in the next Liv's typing as the live stream. I'm pretty sure Flame is a player in the upcoming game, so you can that they will have themselves an undead alien. An anonymous donated $15 and said, "Please ask the DM to attempt an Irish accent." So Jason, you can thank Anon for having to do the Irish accent.
Well, Anon, that's only a little bit racist, but thank you.
So what I will do is I will ask all of the players who are waiting in the chat to turn on their cameras and their microphones, please. Here we go. Just like that, everybody. Hey, everyone.